Coach, this is why you came here for, to play in a conference championship game. Thinking back to last December up to this point, what's this whole process been like for you to get here, and how special is it to be in this moment right now?
Yeah, it's been an awesome process. Clearly since I got here, it's what you always want to be in, right? It's a conference championship game, and our staff, our kids have prepared so hard for, all spring, all summer, all fall camp, 12 games this season to get here. And once again, this is what you come for. This is what you work for, is to go to a conference championship game. And once again, our guys have done a phenomenal job all year, and it's just exciting to have our kids be in this opportunity to try to go get a championship Friday night.
I guess Marshall had a lot of success, early on in the game. I guess what were they doing that was so effective early on, and what you have changed to have the success that y'all did in the second half?
Yeah, Marshall's a phenomenal football team. They're really, really good defensively. Their defensive coordinator, Coach Guidry, was at McNeese State whenever I was at Houston Baptist, so I was familiar with him. He's been a tremendous defensive coach everywhere he's been. And they've got really good players. They came out with a good plan, and we just weren't executing early on. They did a really good job of double teaming Jarrett Stearns. They said Jarrett Stearns isn't going to beat us today. And we were just off a little bit early on, and at halftime we just kind of grouped up and we talked to them, and we said, hey guys, this just kind of isn't who we are. Let's just relax. Let's go out and play football how we've done it all season. And the second play, the second half, there we are, 50-yard touchdown or so to David Davis, and after that it was no looking back. So our guys just settled in and relaxed a little bit, and here we are. So it was good to see our guys. We didn't press at all. We weren't nervous at halftime, saying it was, hey, let's go out and do what we're supposed to do, and we'll be right back in this game quickly. And that happened for us, and our guys showed up the second half, and it was really exciting.
Against UTSA, first time offensively, pretty good day, running the ball and throwing the ball. What are your expectations heading into round 2 with these guys?
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. Clearly UTSA's all season been the best team in the league. I know they stumbled this last week, but had a couple of mishaps happen in that game that was just hard to come back from. They played in poor weather, and I know the quarterback didn't play the second half, so there were some things there. But it's going to be a battle. Like I said, they're a tremendous football team. They're really good defensively. We did have a really good game plan and game against those guys, and they did a good job the first half of that game, coming out and showing some stuff that they had never shown before, which we handled really well, though. And I was proud of our guys in that half. And then the second half, they kind of came out and did who they were. And we still had a lot of success the second half, too. So once again, our guys know what to do at this point. It's more about just execution. And I think that, our guys are, once again, this is what we've worked for all year. And I think our guys will be fired up. And once again, if we execute, I think we'll continue to do what we've been doing this season on offense.
Coach, how much more does it help that you guys are playing a team that you've seen before, someone in this USA West that you haven't played this year?
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky game. It really is, just because they've played you once, we've played them once. They know what hit them and what worked for them, and as we do. So it's kind of a tricky game. At the end of the day, though, you got to come in with a good plan, and we feel like we got the game plan in yesterday, a long day for us, and got the game plan in, and we feel like we're going to put our kids in a really good situation. And as long as we execute, once again, I think we'll have a nice night offensively.
A lot of people it is like a road game for you guys, but I remember the Rice game. You had a lot of fans there. You're from Texas, Bailey's from Texas, Mason. You go down the list. What are your expectations for the crowd and Western Kentucky fans at this one?
Yeah, I think overall it's going to be packed. It's going to be very loud. I wouldn't be shocked. I think it'll be 50,000 plus at least. Clearly with more of the fans probably being in orange. But our fans are tremendous here, and I know we'll travel. We had an unbelievable section in Huntington this last weekend. And being in Texas is fun. I've got 50 plus family members and friends coming to the game myself, and I know that a bunch of other Texas guys will too. But even more than that, like I said, we have a great fan base here, and I know we're going to travel, and there's going to be a sea of red there making a lot of noise for us as well. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be a really exciting game.
I think I saw Heisman ballots just went out. We have one last pitch for Bailey.
Yeah, once again, the stats don't lie. I think to me, what I've seen the last 10 years or so at the Heisman Trophy. First and foremost, you got to be a winner, and you do have to have the stats to back that up. And I don't think there's any better person out there than Bailey Zappe. I mean, you look at a guy that came in here and he led his team to the conference championship game. Statistically, it's not even close. No one's in the same ballpark as he is. You know, the Heisman Trophy also goes to who's the most important player to the team. And, you know, I'm biased clearly, but I don't think there's a more important football player in the whole country than Bailey Zappe is to this football program and this team. And I think if you ask our players, they'll say the same thing. He deserves to be there. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, like I said, he's the best quarterback in the country, and he deserves to be there. His team's in the conference championship game. He led the team to the conference championship game, and the stats are there to back it up. So I don't think there's much more to be said about it, and we'll see how it goes.
You know, it's holiday season, but it's also transfer portal season. Obviously, Western did something a lot of teams haven't done in the past, got about 25% of their roster for this year from incoming transfers. You know, I guess, how good is it to see a new style like that pay off, kind of be ahead of the curve? And I guess, what are your expectations kind of for looking ahead, even though you're focused on championship and whatever?
Yeah, you know, it's clearly in this profession, you're always wearing every hat. You know, you can't just not recruit either. So, you know, speaking on the transfer portal thing, you know, clearly we did a really, really good job here, and we've had a tremendous asset from those guys that are on this football team this year. You know, I kind of think for us it was, you know, it was a learning process too. You know, this is the first year it happened, so we were one of the programs in the country that really embraced it, and you know, it paid off for us. You know, I definitely think you're going to see a lot more teams take that approach, depending on, you know, where you're at, what your personnel is clearly, and what you need. And so, you know, moving forward for us, we're going to continue to kind of do, you know, what we do. We're still going to recruit high school kids. You know, offensively, for example, we've already got 6 or 7 high school kids committed at certain positions, and we're still going to absolutely you know, test the transfer market as well, whether that's transfer portal or junior college, to get some more mature guys, that maybe more ready-made guys right now at certain positions. And I think, you know, you'll probably see moving forward, it'll probably be a little bit more 50-50 moving forward, but you just never know. Once again, with the transfer portal, you're going to have some guys on your current roster leave as well, so you kind of got to play that by ear as well to see really where you're going to go in recruiting every year.